Available now. Link below.
In a shocking twist, House Speaker Mike Johnson has orchestrated an unprecedented betrayal of his own party. By relying on Democrat votes to advance his foreign aid plan, Johnson has effectively surrendered Republican control of the House. This brazen act of political treachery not only undermines GOP unity, but also raises alarming questions about Johnson's true allegiance. As conservatives express their outrage, the future of the Republican Party hangs in the balance, so stay tuned for the full report. Now, just like Speaker Johnson's reliance on Democrats to pass his foreign aid plan, the U.S. is overtly dependent on foreign countries for critical metals like nickel. Alaska Energy Metals is poised to change that by developing the largest domestic nickel deposit using environmentally responsible practices. With demand for nickel set to surge due to its importance in energy storage, it's crucial that we support American companies working towards critical metals independence. To learn more about Alaska Energy Metals and their commitment to reducing our reliance on foreign nickel suppliers, visit alaskaenergymetals.com or tap more below. Together, we can secure America's future. Now, in an insane spectacle of political theater, House Speaker Mike Johnson has blatantly betrayed his own party by preparing a scheme to pass a foreign aid package using Democrat votes. This unprecedented maneuver throws into question Johnson's allegiance to the Republican Party and suggests he may have clandestinely sided with Democrats. Johnson's actions are a shameful affront to all Americans, leaving many questioning whether he should resign for grossly betraying his party's trust. Johnson's shocking procedure not only rewrites the rules, but also showcases his willingness to collaborate with the opposition for personal gain. It's a new low, even for the murky depths of Washington politics, and has left seasoned Republicans questioning their faith in the party's leadership. Take a look.
House Speaker Mike Johnson's political future could be on the line this weekend. He's hoping to hold votes on a series of bills that include billions in military aid for Israel and Ukraine. Johnson will likely need help from Democrats to get the bills passed. CBS's Scott MacFarlane has been doing his reporting on Capitol Hill all day. What have you learned, Scott?
Nora, a critical and fragile 48 hours ahead as Mike Johnson tries to put down a revolt inside his own party, but also get enough support for that $61 billion plan to help Ukraine ahead of a key vote on Saturday. In an appeal to some of his party's critics who say the government spent enough on Ukraine already, Johnson tonight argues some of the money's in the form of a loan, and some of the money will help U.S. defense manufacturers. But that's not enough to satisfy Trump ally in Georgia, Republican Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who again today said she would move to try to remove Johnson as Speaker over that Ukraine money, potentially in the coming days. But Nora, multiple House Democrats told CBS News late today either they or they think their colleagues would intervene to save him if it meant getting money to Ukraine.
Critical couple days ahead. You are right, Scott. Let me ask you about that key development on the congressional push to ban TikTok. What can you tell us?
Yeah, that foreign aid bill also includes this provision requiring TikTok to be sold or divested from its China-based owner or face a ban in the U.S. in a year, which would strip it from tens of millions of users. Here's the key movement. Senate Commerce Committee Chairwoman Maria Cantwell of Washington, who'd been holding out her support for the bill, today announced she's on board, which could expedite it to the Senate floor. It already has bipartisan support, could be on a fast track, and Nora, TikTok has said these bills encroach on the First Amendment.
A lot to watch. Scott MacFarlane, thank you very much.
Now, the foreign aid package in question includes $100 billion for Ukraine, as well as aid for Israel and Taiwan, and a TikTok bill. However, Johnson's plan to use Democrats to pass a rule allowing a vote on these bills has been met with fierce opposition from conservative Republicans on the Rules Committee, including Representative Chip Roy, Thomas Massie, and Ralph Norman. Now, Massie, who has signed Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's motion to remove Johnson as Speaker, called the move unprecedented, stating that Speaker Johnson plans to pass the rule for the $100 billion foreign aid package using Democrats on the Rules Committee. Is he working for Democrats or Republicans now? And he went on to state that this is the uniparty reveal. Representative Jim Banks further emphasized the gravity of the situation. He noted that it has never happened before that minority party has carried a rule vote. Now, the controversy surrounding Johnson's actions is compounded by concerns raised by Senator J.D. Vance, who warns that one of the one of the bills in the package, the Rebuilding Economic Prosperity and Opportunity Act, could kneecap the future Trump's presidency ability to end the conflict in Ukraine. In a memo to House Senate Republicans, Vance wrote, quote, "Removing the president's ability to end or alter a sanctions regime, especially in the context of such a significant conflict, would dramatically limit U.S. negotiating leverage, thereby undermining the prospect of reaching a peace deal in the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, Green, a vocal critic of Johnson, took to social media to expose the allegations and negotiations with Democrats, stating that proof that Speaker Johnson is negotiating with AOC and Democrats to give them everything they want. He is making a deal with Democrats to save his speakership by changing the threshold on the motion to vacate. Mike Johnson equals Democrat Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The House Rules Committee, known as the Speaker's Committee due to the control the Speaker of the House possesses over it, has historically been a rubber stamp for the Speaker's agenda. However, Johnson's actions have subverted this tradition, with the committee relying on minority party votes to overcome objections from the majority and advance the rule bill to the House floor. During questioning from Massie, Chairman Michael Burgess acknowledged that the rule contains language merging the four bills together, sending them as one package to the Senate as part of Johnson's complicated scheme to exploit the urgency to pass aid to Israel and to ensure Ukraine funding can pass Congress. The implications of Johnson's betrayal extend beyond the immediate foreign aid package. By surrendering Republican majority control to Democrats, he set a dangerous precedent that undermines the very foundation of the party's unity and principles, and it raises questions about his leadership and his commitment to the conservative values that the Republican Party holds dear. As Republicans grapple with this shocking turn of events, they must consider the long-term consequences of allowing such a blatant disregard for party unity to go unchecked. The future of the party hangs in the balance, and it is crucial that Republicans come together to address Johnson's actions and reaffirm their commitment to the principles that define them. Now, the American people deserve leadership that is transparent, accountable, and loyal to the values that they were elected to uphold. Johnson's actions have cast a shadow of doubt over his ability to lead the party effectively and represent the interests of his constituents. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's time for my final thought. The betrayal by Speaker Mike Johnson is a wake-up call for the Republican Party. By surrendering control to Democrats and advancing a foreign aid plan that undermines conservative values, he's shown his true colors. This unprecedented move is a reminder that the American people deserve leaders who are loyal to their principles and their constituents. Republicans must now unite, hold Johnson accountable, and work tirelessly to restore the trust that has been broken.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.